Hey guys, how are you? Crystal here. Welcome to Team Thrive to Be Fit's sneak peek into the coach life. So excited to have you. We are so excited to share our story with you. We have, I think there's 6 of us total that are going to share with you our story. Just kind of how we got started, what Beachbody has done for us, and the success that we've had so far. So how it's going to work is after I go, there's going to be 5 other coaches that go, and they're going to tell you their story and, like I said, what Beachbody has done for them. And then at the very end, I'm going to throw in this video of all the nitty gritty. I know that's really why you're here. You're like, how much does it cost? How much time is it going to take me? Is there a quota? Things like that. So I get right down to it. But before we do that, I just want you guys to hear their stories because they're absolutely incredible. And we all have such different stories, and we all have come from different backgrounds, and we've all been successful in totally different ways. So I think it's so cool when you get to hear everybody's story. So quickly, I'm going to talk about mine. I am going to talk about the financial success that I've had with Beachbody. I know some people think it's weird to talk about money or it's taboo or whatever. And honestly, I do feel weird talking about it, but I feel the need to talk about it because without this opportunity, I don't know where my family would be. I would probably be working and be miserable in a job that I hated. But just a little background about me. I was a teacher for 9 years. I was a teacher for health and phys ed. I went back. I got my master's so I could get paid more because, teachers get paid literally next to nothing. They are not paid their worth at all. So by the time I was teaching 9 years, I had my master's and everything, I was getting paid decent. I really was not getting paid terrible, but nowhere near what I was worth. But the problem was that there was nowhere for me to go from there. Like, I knew that I was getting my 2% raise each year, maybe if I was lucky. There was actually 2 years that we did not get any raise whatsoever. And a 2%, like, especially teaching, like, that's not a lot. So the only way for me to actually increase my pay was for me to take on more coaching jobs. So before I had children, I coached cheerleading and I taught gymnastics. So there were some days that I left my house at 6:30 a.m. and I didn't get home till after 7:30 p.m. And, that was okay when I didn't have a family and I still really wasn't making that great of money. But it was really the only option I had. Otherwise, I could take on, bartending or waitress. But then it was like, then I didn't want to leave my husband on the weekends. That was the only time I got to see him. So that's what I did. And I did that for 3 or 4 years. And my husband and I were like, this is not going to work. Even just me going back to work after we had kids, we knew that by the time that we had 2 kids, my teaching salary would basically, for the most part, pay for the daycare to put them in if I had to put them in full day. So we were like, that's kind of stupid. So after I had my first daughter, I remember feeling kind of lost, and we knew that we had to make sacrifices. But all of a sudden I was like, oh my gosh, I totally was not, prepared for how much sacrifice we would have to make. I wasn't prepared for that sense of loneliness that I felt of not having a job, of not being able to contribute toward my family financially, not having adult conversations every single day. And, we were struggling financially. We were used to going out on date nights. We were used to having vacations. And every time I asked my husband to do something, he's like, we can't afford that. So no. And I just thought, oh God. Oh my gosh, I can't live like this. I never want to tell my kids that we can't go to Florida and take them to Disney because we don't have enough money. I cannot tell them, that we can't go out to a restaurant or something because we don't have enough money. So I was like, oh my gosh, I have to find something. I looked into a gazillion different opportunities, all of which meant me leaving my kids at home, finding a babysitter, or me forking out thousands of dollars as an investment to get started, with no proof that I would be successful. So when Beachbody fell in my lap, I said no, absolutely not. And then the more I thought about it, this investment was so incredibly tiny, and it was health and fitness. I loved it. I was already looking for a fitness program to do at home because I wasn't getting to the gym. And for the first 2 weeks, I said no. I said, hell no, this is not for me. I don't have the personality for it. I'm not an extrovert. What if people don't join me? I had every, negative thought going through my head. And my husband's like, Crystal, just try it. It's $160. So you can spare $160. If it's not for you and you decide that down the line, it's okay. So I signed up, and the more I got into it, the more I realized this opportunity really was for me, and it was the perfect thing for me. So I put a lot of hard work into it. I will tell you that the first year I saw a lot of paychecks that were $14, that were maybe under $50. But I saw the potential in this insane business. I have surpassed my teaching income by a lot. This past March, I made almost $8,000. And it's just been incredible. Like, we're going to Florida next week with my family. I just booked my husband and I to Turks and Caicos for our 10-year anniversary. I'm paying for it. Like, I never would have been able to do that without this opportunity. So it's so incredible. There's a million other reasons to join this business besides the financial aspect. But for me, honestly, it really was the financial aspect because we were hurting. We really were. And to me, it's just been so wonderful, and there's no limit to it. So, I don't have to leave my kids. I don't have to hire a babysitter. I can do it from home. And I think that's one of the best parts. All right, listen up because we have 5 other coaches to tell you their awesome stories. Thanks, guys.